Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Dax here. I'm starting this new thing that I'm going to review some of my favorite martial arts books, and I figure why not start with one of the greatest books of all times, The Tao of JKD by Bruce Lee. So, my whole purpose of this is to give you guys an idea of how these books are. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but just a few core pieces of the book and give you guys an idea of whether or not this book is for you. As you see, the table of contents, everything's laid out very well. In the beginning, it opens up with a Taoist priest poem. I'll let you guys read that. Empty your mind. And the book is laid out very well. It's very interesting because it starts off very philosophical, very spiritual, and then it moves on into your physical conditioning. Then it goes into techniques, and then last it goes back into the psycho, spiritual, philosophical. This page right here, page 16, is one of my favorite pages because it has just so many great passages of what I feel really encompass what JKD is all about. So right here, reading off the top, Jeet Kune Do favors formlessness so it can assume all forms, and since JKD has no style, it can fit with all styles. As a result, Jeet Kune Do utilizes all ways and is bound by none, and likewise uses any techniques or means which serve its ends. Next, approach Jeet Kune Do with the idea of mastering the will. Forget about winning and losing. Forget about pride and pain. Let your opponent graze your skin and you smash into his flesh. Let him smash into your flesh and you fracture his bones. Let him fracture your bones and you take his life. Do not be concerned with your escaping safely. Lay your life before him. It's just a badass quote, in my opinion. And then down here, the tools, your natural weapons, have a double purpose: to destroy the opponent in front of you, annihilation of things that stand in the way of peace, justice, and humanity. And number two, destroy your own impulses caused by instincts of self-preservation. Destroy anything bothering your mind, not to hurt anyone, but to overcome your own greed, anger, and folly. Jeet Kune Do is directed towards oneself. So I'm going to pass along here, skip along a little further ahead. Right. This is also a really important page, the facts of JKD, page number 25. As you can see, the facts of JKD. A lot of people have opinions, but these right here are the facts. And if your JKD instructor is not doing some of this stuff, then he's not truly following JKD. Economy, tight structure, versatile, striking weapons, broken rhythm, weight training, supplementary training, direct movement in attacks and counters, light footwork, unassuming tactics, strong infighting, blasting, throwing, grappling, immobilizations, all-out sparring, and actual contact training on moving targets. That's an important one. I feel number 8 and number 9 are things that not a lot of JKD instructors look into. Sturdy tools, continuous sharpening, individual expression rather than mass product, total rather than partial, continuity of expressive self, loose power, powerful thrust drive, constant flow, and well-balanced posture. Moving right along in the preliminaries, he's got a lot of fitness stuff. He talks about how important it is to warm up. And as Bruce Lee says, you got to train your whole body when it comes to fighting. Some Indian wrestling exercises. As many know, Bruce Lee was inspired by the great Indian catch wrestler, the Great Gama. He gets into the on-guard position. He took a lot of this stuff from boxing and fencing. So let's continue on here. Economy of motion, timing, broken rhythm. Very important in JKD. Tempo, the stop hits, intercepting, what JKD is all about. Okay. Remember, Jeet Kune Do means the art of interception. All right. Your attitude, tools. Okay. He gets into just exactly what are the tools of JKD, right? And you really utilize everything, not just your hands, but headbutts, elbows, knees, kicking. This is a fantastic book. I strongly recommend everyone to get this. The lead straight punch, which is the core of all striking in JKD. Let's fast forward a little bit. See, these are Bruce Lee's different drawings. You see the overhand right, uppercut. Notes from Savat. A lot of people know Bruce Lee was greatly inspired by Savat. Grappling, joint locks, chokes. Double leg takedowns, single leg takedowns, leg locks, toe holds. I mean, this was well before a lot of the modern day grappling explosion of leg locks in at least in USA, because we know that leg locks were big in past times in jiu-jitsu and catch wrestling, which is where Bruce Lee got a lot of these from. Here you see the wrestler's guillotine, which we now call the twister, Eddie Bravo's twister, right? Judo, jiu-jitsu, different stuff that he learned from Gene LeBell, Hayward Nishioka, Jesse Glover. Bruce Lee had a lot of different grappling instructors, actually. There you see a sacrifice throw, arm lock, chokes, some judo throws. He gets into feinting. Right here, this section, manipulations. This all comes from fencing. Those of us that know fencing will recognize these terms very well. And you keep going. He gets into defenses, stuff like that. And as I said, at the end of the book, he goes into his favorite combinations, right? But at the end of the book, you're going to see here, he gets back into the philosophical, right? And this covers the history of JKD. One quote here that I would like to end off on. If people say Jeet Kune Do is different from this or from that, then let the name of Jeet Kune Do be wiped out. For that is what it is, just a name. Please don't fuss over it. And this is something that I feel a lot of JKD practitioners have skipped over. Bruce Lee wanted us to find the true expression. Remember, the individual is more important than any style or system. And nowadays, just like after Bruce Lee died, people are still complaining as to what is and what is not JKD. So there you guys have it, everyone. The Tao of Jeet Kune Do. One of the greatest martial arts books written of all time. Highly recommend it.